Hi everyone. So if you don't know, I'm a big fan of mixed reality, and when it comes to the Quest 2, or again, if you're using the Quest Pro, of course you have the option to use pass-through and kind of enjoy a partially mixed reality experience. The reason I say partially again because it's the technology right now with at least with the Quest again, it's just not there. So today I tried an app. This is a demo called Dimension Wanderer. This uses pass-through. This is black and white pass-through because I'm using the Quest 2. But of course, if you have the Quest Pro, we're gonna see it in color pass-through. So basically it's a melee combat game where you use a sword, you need to fight a boss, there are tutorials that explain to you the mechanics, you can parry an attack, you can dodge by just moving, you can attack, and you have your ultimate ability once you charge enough energy to actually use it, and you're gonna get it once you block enemies' attack. You'd be able to charge and eventually use it to deal massive damage. Now the game gives you automatic setup and manual setup. I would manual setup, and basically again it's a room scale game, keep this in mind. But the thing is that again, until we get to the point where we have depth scanning available and everything just automatic, and we don't need to, with object recognition that recognize everything and everything be contextualized based on that, and even just the most basic things, this would be like the holy grail to start really enjoying this type of experiences. Of course, let alone higher quality camera video stream for better experience. Now, even though it was pretty clunky to set up, I didn't set up properly, and some of the setup, by the way, in other games that I play are really good, but they take a long time, and many players will just won't do that. That unless you're really enthusiastic and want to try a game like that, and again, it depends on the game. If it's a great game, you're going to be more motivated to do so. So what you see here is the tutorial. It teaches you how to attack, and by the way, regarding the mechanics, I actually love the mechanics. Again, but to be honest, I would be better off just being in a virtual environment, and better than my crappy little apartment that have pretty little space to enjoy this. Especially if I need to dodge and do something. That being said, again, I try to see beyond that. Somebody who plays the game, played in a space, maybe can have the Quest Pro with color pass-through, whether they can enjoy it or not. So let's look a bit more of the tutorial. This time is kind of more of the how you defend against attacks. So basically, if you time it right, you'll be able to deflect the attack and not get damage. You can see that the game actually shows you really well. By the way, the presentation is great because it shows you, the arrows where you need to slide your sword. So, and it also shows you an animation how to do this. So this is really, really well made in that aspect. And by the way, the visual effects and the visual effects themselves are really nice as well. Both for the sword with the glowing animation and the particle effects when you grab the statue, for example. Now the combat itself is pretty slow pace, and I'm fine with it, by the way, especially when I'm confined. This is the thing, the gameplay experience is very situational. If you have enough space, and if you are, have, for example, a color password, better immersion in mixed reality, whether you set it up correctly, whether you have even the patience to do this or not. So many things that you actually can really stop you from actually experiencing at all, to leading to a point where you actually can enjoy it. This is, by the way, the dodging option, where you can see that, well, I have enough speed to do this little dodge, but again, there's so many things that are so situational, and you know, some players are going to enjoy the game and some don't, regardless how good the game is actually designed, because of these mechanics that are actually implemented. And some of them, some players will just have, you know, again, with so many things, variables that lead to whether you're going to enjoy the game or not. And I also really like the fact that it's kind of partially virtual and partially real world. You know, there are different ways to implement it. That this is beautifully done. I really like how it's actually implemented. Now here, you know what happened? Or basically, the enemy can appears. Well, it was behind me. So basically, it's a 361, and I need to make sure that I don't get hit. Now I have to say, it kind of reminds me of Souls game with the slower pace, and you need to be the timing is very, very important. And when you hit, you're gonna hit hard, you're gonna hit hard yourself. So it was pretty cool, by the way, in that aspect. Kind of try to play a Souls game in mixed reality. Nice thought, huh? Yeah, so keep in mind this is a demo, so it's still in early access. Foundations, good, by the way, good. And the thing that, of course, led me to enjoy it less is because, well, it's not really the game's fault, it's just the implementation right now of the mixed reality experience on the Quest 2, and the fact that it's actually black and white for me. But the mechanics themselves are actually really nice, and that part I really enjoyed. So if you like what you see, you can try it out. It's called Dimension Wanderer, available via SideQuest. You can sideload it via SideQuest. Yeah, I recommend it. And again, regarding the shortcomings that I have, some of those won't actually be for you, especially if you set up the area properly. And you have, for example, playing this maybe on the Quest Pro, you can see color pass-through. You're going to have a better experience than I did. So enjoy. See you on the next one.